Picture the showroom floor. Polished concrete, a single new sedan turning slowly under white light, the smell of leather nobody sat in yet. It's the picture most of us have of what it looks like to finally make it. Now, picture an actual millionaire's driveway. Research on real self-made millionaires keeps turning up the same unglamorous detail. A paid-off car, often several years old, sometimes bought used, and rarely anything that turns heads in a parking lot. I'm your host at Money Compass, and today we're looking at one of the biggest gaps between what wealth looks like and what wealth actually does. This is education, not financial advice, but the math here is worth sitting with. The most cited research on this comes from the book The Millionaire Next Door, where researchers Thomas Stanley and William Danko surveyed real self-made millionaires and found something that surprised almost everyone. Most of them had never leased a car, and a striking share had never even bought one brand new. That runs against almost everything a new car commercial is selling you. The unspoken pitch is always the same. This is what arriving looks like. The people who've actually arrived financially tend to have decided that pitch wasn't worth what it cost. Here's why the math tilts so hard against buying new. A new car typically loses around 20% of its value in the very first year alone, the moment it leaves the lot, before a single mile of real wear has happened to it. Keep that curve going, and by around the 5-year mark, a lot of new cars have lost roughly 60% of what they were sold for. You paid full price for something that was quietly built to be worth a fraction of that within a few years. And most people aren't paying that price in cash. The typical new car buyer today finances it, often over 5, 6, even 7 years, which means the payment doesn't just reflect a depreciating asset, it reflects one with interest quietly stacked on top. Stretch a loan out far enough and the math gets uncomfortable fast. A car payment that felt manageable at the dealership can end up costing thousands of dollars more over the life of the loan than the sticker price ever suggested. So here's the real question underneath all of this. It was never really about whether you can afford the payment. It's about what else that same money could have been doing for you instead, every single month, for years. Let's make this concrete with two people. Same income, same $500 a month to work with. One finances a new car every 5 years. The other buys a reliable used car with cash and invests that same $500 a month instead. Invested at a historical stock market average of around 7% a year, that $500 a month grows to somewhere around $86,000 after just 10 years. That's not a guarantee, markets move up and down, but it's the honest shape of what compounding does with steady contributions. Let it run 20 years instead of 10. Still $500 a month at that same historical average, and the number climbs to somewhere around $260,000. Same income the whole time. The only real difference was where that $500 was allowed to go every month. None of this means never enjoy a car or feel guilty about one you already love. It's about sequencing. Buy the depreciating thing after the wealth is built, not instead of building it, and the whole equation changes. What the research keeps showing is that most self-made millionaires spend deliberately on the things that grow. Businesses, investments, retirement accounts, and stay quietly unimpressed by things designed mainly to be looked at. A lot of that comes down to one uncomfortable truth. Buying an expensive car is often less about the car and more about who's watching you drive it. And most of the people watching are thinking about their own car payment, not yours. That's really the difference between being rich and looking rich. One is a number building quietly in an account nobody sees. The other is parked in the driveway for everyone to see, and depreciating the whole time either way. None of this is a rule that a new car is always a mistake. If it's paid for outright, genuinely wanted, and doesn't compete with your savings or your future, that's simply a spending choice, not a financial trap. A commonly cited budgeting rule of thumb puts it simply. Aim for at least 20% down, a loan no longer than 4 years, and total transportation costs under about 10% of your take-home pay. It's a guideline, not a law, but it keeps the car in its place. So here's the actual lesson underneath the numbers. The car was never the real financial decision. The real decision is always what happens to the money you didn't spend on it, and whether you let that money sit still or go to work. As always, this is education, not personalized financial advice, and your own numbers, income, goals, and timeline will shape what's actually right for you. But the math on new cars is consistent enough to at least be worth running for yourself. If you have a car payment right now, this isn't about guilt. It's just worth doing the actual math on what that same monthly amount could become if it went somewhere else next time around. Wealth, it turns out, rarely looks like the showroom floor. Most of the time, it looks like an ordinary car in a driveway, paid off years ago, quietly freeing up the money that's actually doing the work. If this changed how you look at your own car math, that's exactly why we make these breakdowns. Subscribe to Money Compass, and we'll keep making the honest numbers behind money simple and clear.